Ecovillages are settlements that are consciously designed by their residents through participatory processes to assure long-term sustainability. They are based on principles such as care, solidarity and collaboration, and sharing our available resources and talents in an equitable and sustainable manner. Active citizens who choose to live in an ecovillage do so with the understanding that our resources and our planet are limited, and if we consume more than is necessary, there will be nothing left for future generations. With this in mind, living in an ecovillage requires an internal and social paradigm shift that implies abandoning some of the comforts and privileges that we are used to that exceed the limits of the system. This process can generate mourning, fear and frustration as we make this transition. Therefore, it is necessary to learn to value and honour the comforts and privileges we now have, that we have enjoyed up till now, and to say goodbye to them in some measure. We can choose to enter this with fear, staying blocked and doing nothing, or we can choose to take a leap and experience the new possibilities with curiosity and confidence. It is on this path of possible futures that we find the ecovillage movement. Ecovillages show that giving up unsustainable ways of living does not have to be a sacrifice. Rather, we find that through sharing resources and living within the planet's limits, we can be deeply satisfied. The process leads us to a return to a more natural and spontaneous way of life, in harmony with all beings, both human and non-human. In this video, we will outline the ecovillage approach to ecosocial transition. You'll learn about the holistic approach to sustainability used by ecovillages, reflect on the inner paradigm shift we need to undergo individually and collectively as part of this transition, and consider the importance of community and regenerative models in this time of transition. This reflection and the accompanying resources will help you understand ecosocial transition as a holistic process, and offer ecovillages as one example of how concepts of transition can be incorporated into our daily lived experiences. Various holistic approaches have been developed to support the evolution of ecovillages. Here we will focus on the 4 dimensions model, recognizing the importance of social, ecological, economic and cultural dimensions of sustainability. We will offer some examples from ecovillages. As far as the ecological dimension is concerned, many ecovillages focus on sustainable food production and consumption, growing organic food and using permaculture practices to create healthy human-nature relationships. In addition, we optimize our resources by retrofitting existing buildings or using natural materials, which has a far lower carbon footprint than regular construction. The self-production of energy through renewables has been implemented in ecovillages for decades, hand in hand with the reduction in consumption that comes from sharing resources, such as laundries, common fridges and pantries, and by adopting a simpler way of life. In economic terms, we question the system based on productivity and growth, and instead seek more regenerative ways of relating economically. Community-supported agriculture, local currencies, and creating networks of exchange are common in ecovillages, and are practices that can be more widely adopted. In the social dimension, ecovillages and similar groups actively seek a balance between the personal and the collective. They explore alternative models of governance and decision-making, like sociocracy. These models reformulate the distribution of power and leadership. They work towards the inclusion of what the dominant system leaves out, and look for ways to implement collaborative strategies in all areas of life. Regarding the cultural dimension, ecovillages focus both on embedding in the traditions and cultures of local territories, and on the creation of networks at national and international levels. These networks of solidarity allow the exchange of knowledge, resources, and experiences, amplifying their impact both on the planet and on our own personal growth. There is a special emphasis on education, training, and shared experiences, with many ecovillages now being non-formal learning centres with long history and impact. Think about your own community, maybe your family or your local neighbourhood. Can you map its strengths, weaknesses and opportunities in each dimension of sustainability?